Hey everyone, this is SpecInfo and thank you so much for clicking on this video. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can take the remote access of any Windows servers or machines from the remote location. It can be from your laptop or from your desktop. So I'm going to show you how you can take the access from Windows machine to of any Windows device or server, from Windows to Linux, or from Linux to Linux, or from Linux to Windows. So I'm going to demonstrate all four methods, and in last I'm also going to tell you how in a company we take access to an server which is in their private network using an VPN. So let's start. So I'm going to take access of this Windows server which is in my VM from my laptop. Okay, so there is two things to be remember to take the remote access. The first, the Windows machine should have the enterprise operating system, or it should be a server. Now what does I mean by this? So if you simply go to system information, here you can see the OS name which is the Microsoft Windows Server. Okay, and in case of the enterprise version, it will show enterprise or a Windows Pro. Okay, this is my laptop Windows. Now if I go to system information over here, then you can see that it is showing Microsoft Windows 11 Home. Now you can't take the remote desktop or remote access to any home edition of Windows OS. So this is the first thing. And second thing is RDP settings should be on. Now where you can find this RDP settings, you simply have to search for settings, and over here in systems you will find the option for Windows desktop. Now you have to go to this settings, and you simply have to turn on this toggle button. Now this you have to do on a server or machine of which you are going to take the access. So in my case this is the Windows server, so I will on for this. Now I will check the IP address of this system. So I will open the command prompt. You can just type the CMD in search bar and open this command prompt, and you can type the IP config. So it will show you the IP address. In my case is 192.168.233.190. Okay, so I'm going to take access from my laptop. So you need to have an RDP or remote desktop connection. This is the default app we all got in our Windows system. If you don't have, you can simply download it from a browser. So I will open this, and here I will type the IP address. Okay, so let me just remove this. So what was the IP address? It was 192. So I will simply do copy paste from here. I will paste it. Okay, now you need to type the username. So username is administrator. Here you can see the username where you have typed the IP config. You can see the username. In my case is administrator. So I will type administrator, and I will simply click on the connect button. Now it will ask me for the password. Now which password you have to enter is the password of this user. So when I will take access from this machine, this machine will be turned off, because at a time you can only take one session at a time. So this is again complex. We can deep dive into this topic. This is another big topic. So the password is this, and it will ask you for the prompt. So I will click on yes, I want the connection, and you will get the RDP connection. Yeah, now you can do anything from here. You can see this is the remote connection. So this you can do for any Windows machine, wherever it can be in the world. The RDP connection, like you simply have to open the RDP, type the IP address, give the user and give the password, and you will get the access. Okay, now next thing is I'm going to take access of the Linux machine. So I will open this Ubuntu. So this is my Linux machine, which is an Ubuntu, the Debian flavor of Linux. So I will open the terminal, and before you take access of this Linux machine from anywhere, the remote access, you have to install the SSH. So now I will type the sudo apt update. So this is the thing we always do before we install any package. Oops, the wrong password. So just to keep our system up to date with all the packages before we make changes to our existing packages. So once this is done, we'll install the SSH. Okay, so this is done. So I will simply type Control L, so I will get a clear terminal. Now I will install the SSH. The sudo is the command to run the command as a super user. So I will type sudo apt and package manager of Debian, and I will type install to install this package, which is OpenSSH server. So do you want to continue? Yes, I want to. Okay, so it has been installed. Now we'll check whether the service of SSH is running or not. So I will type systemctl status SSH, and you can see status is not active. So what I will do is I will type systemctl enable SSH. After it is enabled, I will do sudo systemctl start the SSH, and it will start the SSH service. Now I will check the status, and you can see the status is active. Okay, perfect. Now the last thing you have to do is make changes in the firewall rule, so anyone can connect to this machine remotely. So I will type sudo ufw, which is the firewall in our Debian, and I will tell my firewall to please allow the SSH. Okay, now rules has been updated. Also I will, and if in case the UFW is not in your system is like enabled, then simply you have to type the sudo UFW enabled. But now I will check the IP address. To check the IP address, I will clear the terminal by using Ctrl L. Now to check the IP address, the command is IP space adder, the short form of IP address. And here you can see the IP address of my Ubuntu machine. So it is 192.168.233.129. Now to take the access of any Linux machine from your Windows system, we need an application called Putty. So what we'll do is we'll go to our browser and we'll simply say Putty download, and it will get this first URL. Just click on it, download the Putty 64-bit. So we'll download this installer MSI file, give next, just the default steps we do in installing any application in Windows. Now I will close my browser. I will open the Putty application. So this is the look of Putty application. You have to give your IP address of your Linux machine. So my Ubuntu machine has 192.168.233. What was it? 1129. Okay, now default port is 22 for the SSH. I will give the SSH connection type as SSH, and here we can see what we want, the raw connection, SSH raw connection. Click on connect, accept this, and now it will ask you for the username. So in my case, what is the username? So you can see here the username is Jay. I will give Jay, and password for Jay is super secret. And this is our connection. So you can see I got the SSH connection. Now I will tell you how we can do the Linux to Linux. So for that I need to turn on one more Linux machine. So this is my Kali Linux machine, and this is also an Debian. So I will take the SSH. To simply take the SSH, we simply have to type SSH, the username and the IP address of that machine, which is 192.168.233.129. okay, now if the connection will be on, then you will get this prompt, and I will type yes, and the password, it will ask me for the password for this user, and I will type the password and will have the connection. And here you can see I'm connected to my Ubuntu machine, which has a username called Jay. Okay, perfect. So this is all about the remote connection. Now last thing which I promised you to tell about how in company we take access to any remote machine which is in private network. So to explain that, I need to open my architecture. So to understand that, I have simply searched on the internet and I have got this architecture. So I will explain you with the help of this architecture. So you can see on the left side there is a remote user, which is us, the client, or the system from which we are going to take the access of any remote server or machine. And on the right side you can see the different types of servers or the employee workstation, or you can simply say the office or a data center where the servers are located. Now before this internal, so we'll say this right side is an internal environment, and before that environment you can see there is a router and firewall, and between client and firewall there is a secure VPN tunnel. So whenever you connect to an VPN, there is an connection, or you can say a secure tunnel between your machine and the VPN server. Okay, so you will have the VPN client from which you will connect to an VPN server. Now this VPN server will become your internet gateway. So whatever you search in browser or whatever you do in your system, or which requires anything which requires to search from the internet, then your VPN gateway will do it for you. And whenever you type the IP address whichever present in the internal server of internal network of this organization, so it will give you the access, because there is an tunnel and all the requests are handled by the VPN server, and this VPN server can give you the information from internet as well as from the internal network or the internal servers of the organization. So this is all about the remote connection. I hope this information is valuable and you have learned something. If you need any detailed specific video of any of the topic or a point from this video, then you can of course comment me below. I will surely try to make video on that. Thank you for watching my video. You can of course like this video, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to share with your friends if you find this video informative. Thank you and see you in next video.